everyone, welcome back to Millennial Mom. Today we're going to be making sweet sour chicken recipe, and these are the ingredients needed. So we have about almost 800 grams of chicken fillets cut into bite sizes. So this one is a little bit smaller because I'm using fillets today. If you want like more meat, you can use boneless breast or thigh meat. Here we have the vegetables that we're going to be using. So I have onions, red capsicum, green capsicum, yellow capsicum, some cucumber and tomatoes. Here's some pineapple slices, chunks, about 150 to 200 grams. For the other quantities and measurements, please check the description box for the details of that. Here we have the batter to fry the chicken. So inside the batter we have some flour, cornstarch, baking powder, some salt, water and cooking oil. Okay, this is the sauce that we're going to be using. So I've already mixed everything into the sauce. Here we have tomato sauce, some sweet chili sauce, vinegar, brown sugar, some water, and I've also used this over here. So this one, usually people don't really use this, but I use this a little bit for some extra kick. So this is actually berries jam. So you can use any type of berries, some good berries jam. This will give extra flavor, some sweetness and some tanginess into the whole dish. So that's why I use that. So it's also optional. If you don't have it, it's okay. You can just adjust with all the sauces that you have. You can also use some chili sauce if you want some extra spiciness. And the chicken, before that I have actually already marinated with some salt and pepper. So the first step is actually to fry the chicken. Let's get cooking. Okay, so here I've transferred all the batter earlier and the chicken into a bigger basin, so it's easier to take out to fry. So here it's just nice, you can see the quantity of the batter and the chicken. So you can adjust your quantity according to how much chicken you're using. Okay, so the first step now is to fry all of this chicken. Remove it, and then we're going to double fry it once again, so it will give you that extra crisp. And also the baking powder inside will make the batter a little bit more light and airy, and also will give you the extra crisp that we need. Okay, we make sure that the oil is hot enough before we put in the chicken. So it has to be medium to high heat when we fry the first round of chicken. This is the first round of chicken that I'm frying. Okay, I'm using a Quali today. You can use any appropriate pan. As you all know, I like using Quali because of the heat. So don't overcrowd the Quali or the pan, because then the chicken will become soggy and it won't be crispy. So this is just nice. If you can use more oil, then you can add in more chicken at one time. Okay, so the first round is almost done. You can see the color of the chicken. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes depending on the quantity of chicken you're frying. If it's sticking, don't worry about it. Like you can see here now, it's actually some of the chicken are sticking together. In the restaurants, they actually use a lot more oil and the heat is higher. So to avoid the sticking, when we cook at home, if you're using lesser oil and the heat is not as high, it usually will tend to stick. But we can just take it out, let it cool, and then it will be easier to separate the chicken. First round of frying done. Just let it cool for a bit and then we separate the chicken and double fry. Once it's cool, you can see that it's easy to come off, separate. So you don't really have to worry if it's sticking. Okay, now we're going to fry the second round. So we're going to double fry it. Make sure the heat is very high for this one. And we put in maybe half don't overcrowd again. So this is how it looks after double frying. It's extra crispy. So this is why we want to double fry before we cook. Use a clean pan or coily and medium flame. We pour in the sauce first. So you just let it come up to a boil and we're going to put in all the vegetables. So currently this is the consistency of the sauce. If we want it thicker, you can put some cornstarch slurry in to thicken the sauce. Okay, so I'm just going to use 1 to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch slurry. Okay, it's already boiling a little bit at the side, so I'm going to put in all the vegetables now. Also the pineapples. Beautiful color and a wholesome dish, this one. So once it boils a little bit, we're going to put in all the chicken and we are almost ready to serve. The sauce slightly thicker than this, so I'm going to add another 1 to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch slurry. You can adjust the consistency accordingly. Okay, it's coming up to a boil, so we're going to put in the chicken. Okay, just stir that in a couple of minutes and it's almost done. You can check the consistency. I'm happy with my sauce consistency. It will thicken up slightly more later once we dish out. I didn't add salt after we have mixed everything in because there's already salt in the chicken marinade and also in the flour mix. But you can give it a taste, and if you want to add slightly, maybe like a half teaspoon or 1 teaspoon of salt, you can. So our yummy sweet sour chicken dish is ready to be served with some hot steamed white rice. This dish here I've cooked for about 6 to 8 packs, so you can adjust your quantities accordingly to how many people you're cooking for. We've used chicken today. You can also replace chicken with fish fillets, prawns. If you're vegetarian, you can also use vegetarian meat or mushrooms. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. See you in the next video.